JJ the CPA here. Want to visit with you real quick about credit cards. One of the things that we're seeing is articles already about how maybe Americans won't be able to pay their credit cards back. What that could mean is that balances are lowered overall. I know that a lot of us take pride in our credit cards. We take pride in the amount that we have available. We take pride that we can get them. But this would have really nothing to do with you personally if your credit card limits got lowered, even temporarily. That's happened in time of crisis because when people panic, they go and spend, or when they're running out of money in their bank account, what's next? Credit cards. So don't rely on what you've always relied on. That's more what I'm getting at. So if you're thinking, well, I don't need to do this because I have a credit card, or I don't need to get cash out because I have a credit card, maybe you won't be able to have the same amount of borrowing power that you once did. So just be prepared. The next is take a look at automatic charges. So I know for me, for whatever reason, must have been when I was there, but my cell phone automatically gets charged to my American Express. I have a number of dues. Doesn't mean you're doing anything maybe about them. You probably don't have any super large automatic charges going to your credit card. But then I do know there's people that they have like almost everything charged to their credit card that's automatic. So just be aware of what's automatically getting charged to your credit card. Pretty easy, just look at a prior credit card statement and see what's getting charged to that. Make some decisions, if anything, be aware. And then unfortunately, look at your credit card activity often for any kind of fraud activity because unfortunately there are those, and a lot of times it's in other countries, right, that we see fraud activity, and part of that can be an increase because there's vulnerability in people either paying attention. There's vulnerability in the credit card companies maybe not able to keep up with the activity. Sometimes we get notices from the credit card company and say, hey, did you make this charge? And then use smartly. So I'm sure you are, but the only reason I say use smartly is that the balances could get lowered. You might not really have paid attention to automatic charges, so you might have less to be working with. If you get hit with fraud, I know the credit card companies are pretty awesome about getting all over that, and then use them smartly. So credit cards, for a lot of people, it's their savings account. So just be mindful of it. Don't necessarily count on it like you would a savings account or cash in your pocket. Another thing that you might even consider is using credit cards first versus last. And the reason for that is that before balances potentially get lowered, available credit gets lowered, you will have already used it. So I'm not talking about running out and buying that computer that you finally feel like you want. I'm not talking about buying things that are wasteful. I know that the government's saying, let's not overstock. I'm just saying that you might consider it. All right, hey, so I've got a separate website that I set up, www.jjthecpahelp.com. So it's set up for those that aren't clients of mine, with all kinds of information that small businesses would be interested in. I'm ever updating it. I've got information there about personal finance issues in a crisis, business issues in a crisis, and then I've got a number of videos that I've harnessed together that I've done in the past that I think would be applicable now when trying to make decisions. I've got information on there about tax, and then additional information on there just about the coronavirus, on things that I've been interested in as a small business owner. So check it out. There's no gimmicks here. You're not entering in a funnel to then buy anything. So jjthecpahelp.com is just for that. It's for JJ the CPA, me, to help you. All right, have a great day. We're going to get through this. Hope you are well.